all my bits of that I sold at 400, and then it's only going to cost me 3 to get the other one. So I'll just do what I do. Winter started giving away water in a can at their press conference. Come on. Not bad, not bad. Say if I was live streaming this now, they like a copyright by now.
I think the only issue is like you're doing all like music.
That's fucking up so much. I wonder, there must be ways to cut that out.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I don't know how to do it. You can cut it out. I know boxes do that.
Because I think that's the way forward. When I'm coming to these, just live streams like this, we're talking, they can hear behind the scenes.
I think it might be.
BBC, Sky Sports, maybe.
Yeah, and it's difficult when everyone's filming the same thing to get some traction.
Yeah, that's why I think if I did it live,
that's
it would straight away it would pick up views. You know what I mean? That's why I want to invest in a cameraman. Oh yeah. It's just, since we're in Andrew Smith, it's just, I'm doing my way. So we used to go together, and he used to cancel and like gone. So it's quite easy I'm doing it on my own now. Like new recruit, Miss Division, is not really out. Well, he's the founder, so he's still there. I'm helping his channel. We've done a little thing there. That's what I was going to say. Free anytime, like next week, because I'm trying to start a series doing fight rewinds.
That's the only day, Monday to Wednesday would be best days.
Yes.
Monday to Wednesday and Sunday.
So I would say, let's say Monday.
Yeah, around there.
So I get a fight, I'm not going to tell you what the fight is. We watch it, we commentate, and we judge it at the end. But it's always going to be a controversial, like Nigel Benn, Eubank 2, like the dad's not them. Or like Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard, fights like that. It's controversial.
Yeah.
So focused, and it all comes down to this. Press conference live on DAZN.
Well, a very good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Fight Week and welcome to today's preview show. What a card we have to preview for you all here ahead of Saturday night's action live on DAZN from a sold-out Civic Hall here in Wolverhampton. A domestic firecracker. Surely, on paper, this is a fight of the year contender in the making as Conor Walker faces Sam Eggington. Jamie Ward alongside me, as always, former IBF World Middleweight Champion, Mr. Darren Barker. Darren, we often say this, but it's our job to tell the fight fans what's in store for them, particularly as company men, especially you. That's why, obviously, you're on the big bucks. But when you look at Conor Walker, you look at Sam Eggington, you put them in a professional boxing ring, what happens?
Fireworks. Look, proof's in the pudding. We know the way that they fight. They're going to lock horns and it's going to be absolute drama. It's a perfect fight, isn't it? I'm surprised it's taken this long, if I'm honest. You know, when you look at it, both local lads, if you like, the value for money, a ticket for this, it's priceless. It really is. It's going to be epic. It's a great clash between two very, very good servants of the game.
Fight of the year contender on paper.
For as long as it lasts.
Yeah, I mean, this will be the curse of the commentator, won't it? Conor Walker comes out southpaw and moves his way around the ring on the back foot. But just in terms of... He won't, Sam might. But just in terms of Conor Walker, when you look at what he's achieved, I still remember when he collared me in a hotel in Birmingham, I think it was a few years ago, and said, you know, you, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom have made a big mistake picking me to face Cyrus Pattinson. He upset the odds that night, then has the razor-thin fight with Lewis Crocker, who's now world champion. That's aged well, a fight that many thought he might have done enough to actually win. Beats Harry Scarf in the most dramatic of fashion to become British and Commonwealth champion. Rolls the dice again, pardon the pun, in Monaco, and beats Olympic silver medalist Pat McCormack. What have you enjoyed about the story, and what do you enjoy about watching Conor Walker?
I think he's a great role model. I really do for young kids out there, or any novice pros that may have suffered, setbacks. Don't give up. His self-belief is unrivaled. It really is, and it's gotten to where he is now. His hard work and his dedication and the way he approaches fights. It needs applauding. It really does. And like I say, someone a lot of kids could look up to. He's brilliant. He's value for money. But so is the man in the other corner.
Yeah, a quick word on Sam Eggington, of course. He's done it all pretty much, hasn't he, in this journey? A 14-year professional journey as a professional boxer, of course. I think won the IBO title all the way down to an area title, but he's still hungry for more in this game. And you think he'll feel, particularly up at 153 pounds, this one, a catchweight, Conor the natural welterweight, but Sam will feel that he can beat Conor Walker at his own game on Saturday.
Yeah, I think he'll be happy that Conor fights the way he does. I don't think he'll want someone who's going to be nimble on his feet and moving around and a nightmare to get hold of, if you like. I think he'll be happy that he's in his face. But yeah, like you said, it's just a brilliant fight. It really is. Two fantastic fighters, great servants, and this sets up for an epic clash.
Yeah, we'll be hearing from the fighters on the preview show in a few different groups here this afternoon in Wolverhampton. But of course, all of the undercard action will lead us in nicely to Trenches, your main event. Wolf versus Savage, Conor Walker versus Sam Eggington.
I've proved time and time again I can get through the trenches. This is the fight you don't need to sell. If you're not boxing, you know what you're going to get.
This is a real eye-catcher. Two of the best welterweights we have.
Put me in Sam Eggington in the ring, and you know you're going to get carnage. They call me the Savage because I love to fight.
The Birmingham man. This one's war.
I'm excited to see how much he's really about it. This will be a war as long as it lasts. I'll hurt Conor in this fight. There's no way he's beating me, but my people. No backward steps. We're two blokes who just look to fight. My promise is that I'll have my hand raised. And then Conor Walker, I'm going to meet in the middle of the ring. It's bloody, relentless, war, carnage. Don't blink.
Relentless war, carnage, don't blink. That is the message from both sides of the main event. First, though, joined by three fighters up here on the stage looking to make their mark on the zone on Saturday night. Junaid Bostan, Harley Burrows, and Louis Ward as well. Louis, let me come straight to you. 1-0 now as a professional, 4 rounds banked on your professional debut in March. How do you look back on the whole occasion now in East London, moving 1-0 as a professional, and I guess just the pros and cons of that first showing?
I mean, it was a good show. It was a good experience, come with a lot of pressure, I suppose. Obviously, my teammate was headlining it, Jimmy was on it as well, so maybe felt a little bit of pressure, but he was a tough opponent and it was good to get the rounds in.
Looks the part, doesn't he? Look, Christian Dior trainers already.
I try. Is
that little Uniqlo number upstairs as well?
How are nerves this time round? Look, you've done it all before. It was a big occasion, first time out. Does it feel any different second time round?
Yeah, it feels a little bit different, but I still will have nerves on the night, but it's good to have nerves. I've always thought it was a good idea to have some nerves before you go in there. Makes you sharp, makes you aware.
What's in the mind, Louis, for what you want to show us on Saturday night, second time around? What's the dream scenario for you in the ring here in Wolverhampton on Saturday?
Just to put on another good performance, really, a more spiteful one.
Well, look forward to seeing professional fight number 2 for 21-year-old Louis Ward on Saturday night, and we also look forward to welcoming this man to the professional boxing game. Harley Burrows, 5-time national champion, a knockout artist, Darren. They call him the Beast for a reason. 23 knockouts, I believe it is, Harley, from 50 wins in the amateurs. The natural question for you is just to be here. Your first press conference is a busy room as well, on the big stage. What does this all feel like, and what does this moment mean to you?
Just taking it all in. I'm excited. Obviously, this is what we're training for. This is what you dream as a young boxer, so I'm buzzing.
23 knockouts in the amateurs. That's ridiculous. When did you know that you carried power in both fists?
Probably on my first 10 fights, I think. I was stopping 1 every 2, so.
Was you really?
With a head guard as well.
Blimey.
I started training full time. Thought I got something, I might as well give it a go.
And in terms of the debut on Saturday, Harley, trained by Jordan Gill as well, big shout out to Jordan Gill in the house, but what's been his message headed into the ring on Saturday? Because I'm sure you'll be wanting to start in good fashion, but also looking to show what you're all about in terms of your boxing skills.
Yeah, he says just don't get carried away, stick to the plan, which is what I'm going to do.
And just finally, what is the dream? You look back on this, your first press conference, we asked Louis Ward this question when he was in your position just a couple of months ago. What is the dream in this sport for Harley?
Just to be remembered, be one of the greats, household name.
A knockout?
Yeah, knockout eyes.
Look forward to welcoming the Beast, Harley Burrows, to the ring on Saturday night for his professional debut, and also very happy to have this young man back as well. Still just 24 years of age, a great prospect in British boxing, Junaid Bostan. Junaid, welcome back. Great to see you. I think it's been, 6 months, is it, since we last saw you in the ring in the rematch with Bilal Fawaz. Just tell the fans, tell us what's been happening in the life of Junaid Bostan, and how good does it feel to be back on the big stage?
Well, I'd say the first quarter of this year is just getting the shit together, and the second quarter onwards just getting back on job. Last year was what it was. I think sometimes you need to take a few steps backwards in order to go a dozen forward. I think that's definitely that.
What are the biggest lessons that you take away from those 2 fights that you had with
From the
Bilal?
fights themselves, well, definitely from the second, I think take out the judge's hands, that definitely would have helped. But we take the lessons, we move forward.
How motivated are you, Junaid, just to get back to winning ways and have that winning feeling back on Saturday? And ultimately, I guess, second half of that question, is that all that matters to you this week?
Heavily motivated. I mean, a good performance. I do believe I could get this man out of the distance. And getting back to winning ways again. You'd rather have a shit loss. I mean, take that back. You'd rather have a shit win than a good loss. I definitely would agree with that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm here for titles. The 2 titles I've always wanted from boxing is a British title and a world title. And the fellow what's got the British is a guy what I don't think too many people would complain seeing the 3rd one. So, all highs on Saturday.
Top man, Junaid, great to see you back. We look forward to seeing Junaid back in the ring. Also, of course, the professional debut of Harley Burrows and professional fight number 2 of Louis Ward on Saturday night. Before we bring our next group of fighters up to the stage, here's a little reminder of what is coming your way then this weekend in full. We begin 5:45 p.m. I know you can see the main card here there, but of course we just saw 2 fights to preview on the prelims. Matchman's own YouTube channels for that prelims portion of the card. 21-year-old Louis Ward, 4 rounds in the super featherweight division before Junaid Bostan. You heard him there. Looks to get back to winning ways in an 8-rounder when he faced the range of Italy. We then cross live to the DAZN broadcast at the usual time of 7 p.m. We're straight to title action here in Wolverhampton as Shannon Ryan faces Nicola Hopewell. Harley Burrows, who we just heard from there, his message has been don't blink all week. The Beast then makes his highly anticipated professional debut. 4 rounds at middleweight against Lewis Howells. TMA Ayton then returns. The 19-year-old sensation from Bristol, now up at 126 pounds, 5-0 with 4 knockouts to face the charismatic and tough Stevie Levy. And speaking of charisma, Bilal Fawaz back to make the first defence of his British and Commonwealth super welterweight titles in the chief support against Ryan Kelly before your main event. 12 rounds in the trenches between 2 fighters who absolutely love to fight. Conor Walker versus Sam Eggington, live Saturday night only on DAZN. We're very happy to be joined by our first matched fight on the card on Saturday night, opening the broadcast at 7 p.m. Shannon Ryan against Nicola Hopewell. Shannon, your IBF ranking title on the line, as well as the vacant Commonwealth super flyweight title. Nicola, let me come to you first. Back up at super flyweight. You had a lot of success at flyweight, winning that IBO title. But what does this fight against Shannon Ryan mean to you in your career right now? And What makes it an important one for you?
It's a really good opportunity for me to go back up to super flyweight. We're boxing for the first title that I boxed for as at super flyweight as a pro, so it's like full circle for me. And then obviously the IBF on the line.